DlE. Tragic roof replacement incident. Who would have thought that a termite infestation could lead to one of the most horrifying ways to die in today's world? Certainly not 54-year-old DlE. Faced with a significant termite problem at his home, he decided to take matters into his own hands by replacing all the infested wood himself. The ultimate DIY warrior, Suwan prepared for action, gathering all the necessary tools: nails, wood, termite repellent spray, an angle grinder, and even scaffolding to help him reach the roof and higher places. With determination fueling his efforts, Suwan believed nothing could possibly go wrong. After tackling the easier parts of the job, it was time to confront the more challenging wooden beams. He climbed up his makeshift scaffolding, ready to conquer the task ahead. However, in a moment that could have been pulled straight from a horror movie, disaster struck. Suwan slipped from the scaffolding, accidentally knocking over the angle grinder as he fell. The powerful tool landed on him, slicing through his neck and throat and cutting deep into his chest, resulting in a gruesome spray of blood and bone. Tragically, Suwan succumbed to his injuries at the scene, choking on his own blood. What began as a simple home repair quickly turned into a nightmarish situation. This tragic incident serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of DIY projects, especially when safety precautions are not adequately considered. Hugo Avalos Shannon, a tragic meat factory incident. It was another beautiful, bright morning when Hugo Avalos clocked into his job as a cleaner at a meat processing plant. As the business world began its daily operations, Hugo, tasked with ensuring cleanliness and safety, was required to clean the meat grinder before it could be used for a new batch of meat. You would think that the first rule of cleaning a massive machine with sharp rotating blades, designed to turn large chunks of meat into tiny ground pieces, would be to ensure it was turned off. Unfortunately, Hugo missed that critical memo. As he climbed into the grinder to perform his duties, the machine began to operate, effectively pulling him in and, true to its name, performing its gruesome task. In a devastating turn of events, Hugo became part of the product line in the most horrifying way imaginable. Another worker, realizing what was happening, swiftly turned off the machine, but it was already too late. The relentless blades had cut through Hugo down to his bones, which became trapped within the grinder. The aftermath was a tragic scene. The machine had to be disassembled piece by piece to recover Hugo's remains for his family to lay him to rest. This horrific incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of workplace safety and the dire consequences that can arise when proper protocols are not followed. Ronald Sear, a tragic Ronald's home incident. It was Thanksgiving Day in 2019 when Ronald Sear, seeking to protect his home, decided that he would not rely on the usual locks, alarms, or even the friendly neighborhood watch. Instead, he conceived a dangerous and ill-fated idea: to rig a device that would shoot anyone attempting to break into his house. Setting aside the fact that this sounded like something out of a movie, Ronald, age 65, went through with his plan. For the next 2 hours, he endured the stress of constructing a shotgun trap at his front door, designed to go off if anyone tried to force their way inside. Unfortunately, Ronald did not account for the very real possibility of falling victim to his own hazardous creation. It was as if he had set up a tripwire in his living room and forgotten that he was the one who put it there. On that fateful day, when Ronald returned home, he inadvertently triggered the booby trap he had meticulously crafted. As he opened his front door, the shotgun fired, just as he had designed it to do. But this time, instead of an intruder, it was Ronald himself who was on the receiving end of his own disastrous security system. He managed to call 911 for help, but tragically the wound was fatal, and he died just minutes later. This heart-wrenching incident serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of misguided DIY projects, illustrating the devastating consequences of attempting to take safety into one's own hands. Lottie Belk, a tragic incident on the beach. Imagine yourself at a picnic, enjoying a sunny day with friends and family, when suddenly you catch a glimpse of a flying beach umbrella headed straight for your head. This surreal scenario is exactly what happened to Lottie Belk during her 55th birthday celebration in July 2016. Lottie was celebrating on the beautiful shores of Virginia Beach, surrounded by loved ones, soaking in the ocean breeze. Just when the day seemed perfect, a strong gust of wind decided to change everything. Out of nowhere, a large beach umbrella, one of those big, pointed ones designed to provide shade, took flight as if it were auditioning for a scene in a horror movie. This was not just an ordinary umbrella tumbling along the sand. It was airborne and headed directly for Lottie, seemingly with a personal vendetta. Before she could react, the umbrella struck with deadly force, impaling her right in the chest. In an instant, what had been a source of refuge from the sun became a lethal weapon, leading to a tragic outcome on what was supposed to be a joyful celebration. Lottie's unfortunate fate serves as a stark reminder of how unpredictable life can be, transforming a day of fun into a moment of unspeakable tragedy. DlE, a tragic incident on stage. If you come across a venomous snake and it bites you, the most logical thing to do is seek immediate medical attention before the venom takes effect. Unfortunately, that was not the case for DlE. The 29-year-old Indonesian singer was known for her daredevil performances, often incorporating dangerous animals into her acts. On April 3, 2016, during a performance, she brought a live, venomous king cobra on stage. In a shocking turn of events, she accidentally stepped on the cobra's tail while singing, provoking an instinctive response as the snake bit her. What happened next was both astonishing and tragic. Instead of seeking help, Irma continued to perform as if nothing had occurred. To make matters worse, she rejected the antidote that the snake's handler offered, treating the bite with all the seriousness of a mosquito bite. As the venom coursed through her body, it became clear that this was no minor incident. Despite feeling the effects of the poison, including vomiting and seizures, Irma persisted in her performance. Tragically, 45 minutes later, she succumbed to the effects of the venom right on stage. While it was certainly a unique experience for her audience, a once-in-a-lifetime performance, no one expected to witness the heartbreaking sight of their performer becoming a victim of her own reckless thrill-seeking. Irma Buli's tragic story serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers that can arise from dangerous stunts and the importance of prioritizing safety. Gary Hoy, a tragic high-rise building incident. On July 9, 1993, Gary Hoy, a 38-year-old corporate lawyer from Toronto, was working in the high-rise building known as the Toronto Dominion Centre. This building was famed for its unbreakable glass, and Gary was known for his flair for showmanship, especially when it came to proving a point. In a spectacular display of questionable judgment, Hoy decided to demonstrate the strength of the windows to a group of visiting law students, something he had done many times before. He ran at the window full force, throwing his body against the glass, believing that this was the best way to showcase its durability. Overall, he clearly missed the memo about not using oneself as a crash test dummy. Tragically, things took a fatal turn. While the glass itself did not break, it popped out of its frame entirely. Instead of merely bouncing off as he had in previous demonstrations, Gary and the entire window plummeted 24 floors to the ground below. In that moment, what shattered was not just the glass, but also Gary's judgment about its strength, and ultimately, all 206 bones in his body when he crashed. This unfortunate incident became a shocking reminder of the dangers of recklessness and miscalculated bravado. Though he proved a point about the glass's strength, it came at the highest possible cost, a tragic and fatal mistake that no one could have anticipated. Jennifer Strange, a tragic incident at radio contest. In 2004, Jennifer Strange, a 28-year-old mother from California, entered a radio contest called Hold Your Wee for a Wee. Hosted by a local Sacramento radio station, the contest had a simple yet infamously dangerous premise. Participants had to drink large amounts of water without using the bathroom. The last person standing, or rather sitting without breaking the seal, would win a Nintendo Wii, one of the hottest gaming consoles on the market at the time. Eager to win the Wii for her children, Jennifer participated with enthusiasm. As the contest progressed, she consumed increasing amounts of water. Unfortunately, both the radio hosts and the contestants were unaware that drinking excessive amounts of water in a short period can be incredibly dangerous and can lead to a serious condition known as water intoxication or hyponatremia. In simpler terms, when you ingest too much water too quickly, it dilutes the sodium levels in your bloodstream. Sodium is crucial for maintaining the balance of fluids in and out of your cells. When sodium levels drop too low, it causes cells to swell with excess water, a condition particularly dangerous in the brain, where the skull prevents expansion. After the contest, Jennifer began to experience severe headaches, nausea, and disorientation, all classic signs of hyponatremia. Tragically, just hours after returning home, she passed away. Her death serves as a sobering reminder of how too much of everything can indeed be dangerous. Ironically, despite her efforts, Jennifer did not even win the challenge, the very goal that pushed her to take such dangerous risks. Basil Brown, a tragic incident with carrot juice. Healthy eating advocates often explore new smoothies and meal plans in pursuit of improved well-being. After all, consuming fruits, vegetables, and staying hydrated are widely regarded as the keys to a healthy lifestyle. Unfortunately for Basil Brown, this was not the case. Basil was obsessed with health and was determined to enhance his wellness by any means necessary. This obsession led him to consume an excessive amount of one particular food: carrots. He drank at least 1 full gallon of carrot juice daily, turning his favorite vegetable into smoothies and beverages. While carrot juice is rich in nutrients and an excellent source of vitamin A, which benefits the eyes, immune system, and skin, Basil's routine proved to be dangerously excessive. Consuming 4 liters, approximately 1 gallon, of carrot juice daily overwhelmed his body with vitamin A, leading to a toxic buildup. This condition, akin to alcohol poisoning, is known as hypervitaminosis A. Soon, Basil's skin began to turn yellow, a classic sign of the excess vitamin A affecting his liver. Within just 10 days of his carrot juice obsession, he experienced severe liver damage and tragically passed away. Basil Brown's story serves as a sobering reminder that too much of anything, no matter how healthy it may seem, can indeed be harmful. Sadly, he learned this lesson the hard way. If you're interested in hearing more stories like Basil's, consider joining my channel. KzenaTopic today: Edward Archbold. A tragic incident at the contest. Picture this. You buy a burger from a food truck and discover a cockroach nestled inside just as you're about to take a bite. Most people would be furious and toss the whole thing away. But for Edward Archbold, that was just the beginning of a rather unusual culinary adventure. Edward had a penchant for eating bugs and even entered a roach-eating contest to see who could consume the most live cockroaches. As with any contest, there was a prize for the winner. And you wouldn't believe it. A live python. Yes, eat live cockroaches and win a snake. When the contest began, Edward dove right in. He wasn't just nibbling. He was shoveling roaches into his mouth like he was at an all-you-can-eat buffet. He was determined to win. However, he failed to realize that cockroaches are not exactly easy to swallow, and in his enthusiastic bug-eating frenzy, he didn't consider the consequences for his throat. Tragically, the sheer volume of cockroaches clogged his airway, and he began to choke. What was supposed to be a triumphant moment quickly turned into a desperate struggle for breath. Sadly, the bugs became his undoing, and Edward suffocated from what can only be described as one of the most bizarre snacks imaginable. In a grim twist of fate, he didn't just lose the contest. He lost his life, all for a chance to win a pet python.
Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Next video will be coming soon. Bye!